Alright, I'm Al, and this is Chronicles of a Not Yet Champion Golfer. My first ever video I did on YouTube was a bunker challenge one. The challenge was 4 balls, 4 different flags, and I had a total of 60 feet to play with. And the last shot I had 10 feet to play with, and this happened. Oh my God. Yeah, knifed it through the back, didn't I? So, last week, in the June roundup, I said bunker play is probably the most improved area of my game. Not really based that on anything, just that it feels better. I feel like I strike it more consistently out the bunkers, and I do think I get it up and down more often on the golf course. In order to prove that and get confidence based on results, I'm going to do that same challenge that I did, I think it was like 10, 11 months ago now, and see that the results are better. Before that, I'll talk you through just a few different little shots you can play in a bunker, how to spin it, how to play one out of a plugged lie, and then one way you play that one, it's like a duff and run, and then we'll get on to the all-important challenge. So this one, we're looking at how to spin it, so get it land on the green and stop him pretty much straight away. It's worth remembering, it's a hard shot to play, you've got to strike it perfect, so more often than not, you're probably not going to get it spinning as much as you'd like, so just kind of accept that. Listen to me. Yeah, acceptance, one of my strong points, that.
Are you taking the piss?
You draw a line in the sand. It's all about striking it good. So to spin it, you've got to catch it quite close to the ball. You don't want to be hitting 2 inches behind the ball. It's not going to spin, it's just going to come out flat and run out. So your ability to hit that line is key to be able to strike it properly to get it to spin. So draw a line, hit a couple of shots. I would have thinned it, I would have gone miles if I'd done that. Don't hit a couple of shots. Make a couple of swings, trying to hit that line, and you want to try and make that slapping sound that back edge of the club is hitting the sand. So I like my weight further forward to allow that to happen, and the club kind of just passes my hands. That way the weight of the club on the way through, again, just increases the bounce. So that's a feeling that I like to get. And always try and feel like you're keeping the lower half as stable as you can. It's going to go a little bit as you swing through it, but don't want loads of movement in that lower half, because you always want to come back to basically where you started the club. Ball's forward for me, but I always think the club bottoms out wherever my sternum is. That's why I get ball forward, weight left, and I feel like it's easier to keep it there rather than set up central and try and keep it central, because there's more movement that can happen for me then. Go. No. 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 You're not going to be annoyed with that, are you? But it's just not spinning. That shows you though, to be honest with you, because I'm using the bounce, it gives me a room for error. So although I'm trying to hit that one that a strike perfect lands and stops, if I don't quite strike it, it lands a little bit shorter but runs out more. So you've got that little bit of margin for error. I mean, I've nearly holed the bunker shot, to be fair. I've just not done the spin that I'm trying to demonstrate. So you can see how it lands, second bounce kind of just stops. Wasn't perfect, but it's so hard to get it that precise. But the margin for error when you're trying to absolutely, you're not trying to nip it, but you're striking it so close to the ball, it is a high risk shot, and you've got to play it when maybe you've got to stop the ball in a really short area. You know, there might be a big downslope after the pin, or you've got to carry it quite a lot and there's no room to actually land it short. It's picking and choosing when you're going to play that shot. So I'll talk you through the other one now where it comes out flatter and runs out. Oh, on another note, actually, something I've spoke about before, I did it on my Instagram. I found something for chipping and works unbelievably well for me in bunkers. Like, it seems to have completely changed my bunker play. I mean, it was alright, it's been alright for a while, but it seems to be really good since wherever I set the club, loft-wise, I set it, grip it, but I actually grip it weaker in the left hand. Same as I've been doing on my chipping. Grip weaker in the left hand, and it just keeps the loft on more throughout the strike. Uses the bounce more, and yeah, it just seems to have really worked for me. So try that, go weak in the left hand, and just feel how it keeps the loft on all the time, because the last thing you want is being almost strong and the leading edge digging in, because that's when it stops the club and you're not going to get it out of the bunker really. So normally if I'm trying to spin it, I'd get my sternum right over the ball, so I'd be that way. So when I'm trying to hit it, not quite as purely struck, so a little bit further behind the ball, I just alter where my sternum is. So just tilt it back a little bit. And it'll hit before the line. Hopefully not 8 inches before the line like that. Tilt back. So that's just going to come out. You can see similar sort of distance before the line and after. So the ball's just coming out nice and soft, but it's just going to run out a little bit more. So we're trying to hit the line about there. Still comes out nice and soft. Just has a little bit more release on it. And you don't need to be as aggressive in the swing because you're not trying to spin it as much. So it's just a bit of an easier shot to play. And again, probably a little bit more room for error. And you should have a little bit more confidence playing that shot. So picking and choosing when to play that shot, but that's the one I'd go to more often than not. Let's do the delightful plug shot now. Plug. Oh, that is so bad at throwing. Plugged. Disgusting. You don't really want to open it up massively because the bounce is going to go in, the club's going to shallow out and you're not going to get to the bottom of the ball. The key is when it's plugged is getting to underneath the ball, right down the bottom of the sand. So to get there, that's why you see people hit it really hard. But I like to do it a bit more with the wrists when it's plugged because I don't like to really feel like I'm swinging hard at it because it always comes out miles. Similar thing, you want to come in quite steep, so keep my weight left side, but I'll have not as much loft on it and I'll be very like steep with the wrists, so the wrists will break really early and again down into the sand and feel like you actually want to get leading edge down into it, so it'll feel very, very wristy. I feel that way, down into the bottom of the sand. And as I say, this might not be the way the textbook tells you to do it or someone on TV tells you how to do it. This is just how I do it, and I feel like I'm pretty good at plug lies in bunkers. So if you want to try it, then try it. But like I said, it's not for everyone. So weight's still going to be left side, ball still slightly forward. Everything's set up's quite similar, just not as open in the club face. And just swing it back and through, and you don't need to hit it that hard. It just has to be the wrists, kind of like that sort of poppy motion, just pops it out and could go quite close. There you go. Chance to get it up and down, and that's really all you can ask for from that sort of lie. Just need that little pop to get it over the face, and the run will do the rest for you. I just took the flag out. Absolutely crap myself, look at him on the edge of the flag. What are you doing there? Your little legs out. Mothy McMothson. Just going to put him back carefully, so because he wants to stay there, doesn't he? He's quite clearly enjoying himself. Stay there, mate. Whoop. There he is. Still intact. I'll just explain the challenge. So I've got 12 balls, 3 shots to each flag. 4 flags equals 12 shots, and we've got 60 feet to play with total, so averaging 5 foot a shot. When I talk about practice that's effective, that really puts you in a position like you'd be on the golf course, this puts you under pressure. The more you go on, the closer you get to your target, the less footage you've got to work with. That's when you get under pressure, and that's when you've got to perform, and that's when I knife it through the back, but not this time. 10 months on now, this is where I'm going to show improvement. Roll it. Not great really, where I've not raked the bunker that well. Sat down a little bit. Normally I'd strike it to that pin, but I'm going to use the slope of the back of the bunker, get it out and let that take care of it. Yeah, very pleased with that, about a foot away. Good start. I'm going to have to come back in a bit. Played the first shot, that's where it finished. So it's like a foot. We've got 11 to go, but we've got Ernie doing the strimming now. So I'm going to go, I've got a lesson now, I'm going to go and come back. Remember, I've got 1 foot. Thanks Ernie, strimming, cheers mate. See you in a bit then. I'm back in action. Next morning, 11 shots left, 59 foot to play with. Played that just as I wanted to. Played that sort of a little bit heavier, get it running out. Yeah, solid shot. Ooh. Oh no. Don't say oh no when you look at a lie. Definitely not a way to approach it. Don't look at lie and go oh no. This one isn't perfect. It's just past my footprint. There's a ridge of sand behind it. I'm playing to a short flag. But there's a downslope before the flag, so I can use that if I land it a bit short. That. Struck it lovely. And it's really good. It's never as bad as you think. It can be as bad as you think, but that one wasn't as bad as I thought. And I think sometimes I get on the course and I'll get that sort of lie and I'll get pretty nervous over it because I think, oh, I can't strike it, can't play the shot from there. In actual fact, you can. You can play out of a plugged line, you can play out of a big dip with sand behind it. You can play the shot. It's just practicing it as hard as you can out here to convince yourself when you get on the course. You've done it all before. Okay. First 4 balls, and I'm really pleased with my start. I reckon I'll just go measure them, but I think they're pretty good. And like I say, the difference was there is just picking the shots you're going to play. Don't have to play for the perfect shot all the time. That's something I've done in the bunkers before. So it's either ended up perfect or thinned 100 yards through the back and I've made 8. So we had a foot on the first one, didn't we? Second one was that one. Big shadow, that. Tallest I've ever been. 4 feet. So there's 4, 5, 6 feet. This one's going to be 3 feet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 foot, first 4 balls. Let's keep going, keep confident. This looks like a tricky bunker shot, but because it's quite short and you feel like you've got to stop it, but actually you haven't. All you've got to do is get it out the bunker. There's a big downslope, it'll run down. You don't need to play the perfect golf shot. And that's what I mean when you sort of talk yourself through it. Look at the options and you think, actually, yeah, it's not overly difficult, this. And then you can play it with a bit more freedom. Like that. Didn't need to like absolutely nip it and get it in the air and get it stopping. Use the slope that's in front of me. Oh no. Now that is weak. Everything I just spoke about, picking a shot, choosing it, feeling like you know how to play the shot. If you ask me how I was playing that, I don't know. Playing that not to thin it. No more of them. I won't let that happen again. Have a word with yourself. Stop. Okay, back in the game. I've made the shot harder now as well because I'm further back in the bunker. So this is actually a longer shot. And I think that's important when you practice. So although it's 12 balls, try and make the shots slightly different. You're trying to make practice as hard as possible so that when you get on the course, it actually doesn't seem that hard because you've done it all before. Sit. Hit it, sit, hit it, stop. Bit too much rum on that. Right, not as good on those 4. That one was only 7 foot, the bad one. I'm fuming. Wasn't that, I mean, it was a bad strike, that was all, but again, get away with it. 19 feet, 22, 23 feet, 4, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29. 31 feet. That one was 8 foot, that last one. 29 feet for the last 4 balls. So I'll give myself a bit of a chance. A good chance. One that I'm going to be really annoyed if I don't. Don't think like that. Just a shot at a time. I'm going to play the next bunker shot as good as I can and get it as close as I can. And then I'll do the same with the next and we'll see where we are. This is where you've built a bit of pressure up now. You know, you've got your score, you're close to getting your target, but you've still got to finish your job. Job 1 done. 3 shots to go. Just hit it to a foot. I'm on 32 foot. I've got 28 feet for 3 shots. Sit. I think I'm about 8 or 9 feet away. I've just added a new twist. Spoke about in last week's video about maybe creating some sort of consequence if I don't complete a challenge. So I've just thought then, if I don't complete this challenge and I really want me breakfast, I don't get breakfast. Breakfast's on the way, nearly. Right, 32, 33 after that one. This one wasn't great. So I'll show you so you know I'm not just like lying where the balls are. So it's about 8 or 9 feet, I think. 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah, 9 feet, 42. And that one is a foot. Right, 43. My last shot is 17 feet. Let's get this one close. I'm putting the camera here like it did last time for the dramatic effect. Get in there, breakfast is on. Breakfast's on. Yes, you little ball, get in. So aggressive. Breakfast, 1 foot, 44 feet total. And look, ball's got a little smiley face on it. That's me. 44 feet, that's the best I've done. So 12 shots, 44 feet. What's 44 divided by 12? 3.6 feet, 3.7 feet. Averaging for 12 shots. What do you mean I'm using my calculator? Don't be ridiculous. Every shot bar one, I felt like I focused on properly. One, I just sort of hit it thinking about breakfast. And I got away with it, to be honest. It went to like 8 feet. So I'm pretty much getting up and down on probably 10 out of those 12 shots. And that's something I've got to take onto the golf course, know that I can play it. I've rolled it into the bunker, I've had a few different lies, and I've played them all pretty well. And I've not, you know, in the past I might overplay the lies and think they're worse than they are. Then you can still play them from any lie, really. You can get it out of the bunker and you can get it close. And looking at the areas of the green you can land it in. And one massive thing I spoke about last week is playing with trust. And honestly, not one of those shots did I think about technique. I just thought about the shot, the ball flight I was trying to create, and played it. On that note, by the way, last week's video where I spoke about how I'd not been my best in June, the comments were brilliant, and I honestly really appreciate them. Really helpful. It's nice that people are bothered. Like, you know, I didn't really know what to expect when I started the channel. When I first did a bunker challenge 10, 11 months ago, I think it was. I didn't know what to expect really, but the reaction's been great, and honestly I really appreciate people like following and commenting on it. So yeah, keep the advice coming because I need it at times. As far as this bunker challenge goes, completed it, mate. 44 foot, that's what I've got to beat next time. Anyway, I'm going because I need me breakfast. You know what's coming. Thanks for watching. See you next Tuesday. Yes! Paddy, I did it, mate. No, I did it. You know, the bunker challenge. I did it, mate. Completed it, 44 foot. Now look at me, please, when I'm talking to you. Paddy, 44 foot. But you just don't care, do you? You just do not care. Not even looking at me. Well, I was proud of it.